benefits to wealthy investors. At least that's what the markets seem to be worried about. Michael, we're so happy you're here. Tell us, what is the precise issue that has the market rattled here?
The administration has proposed for the third time now a tax change that would effectively be a partial tax on the municipal bond interest earned by certain high bracket investors. So anybody who's in the 33% tax bracket or higher would, the benefit of their tax exempt interest would be capped as if they were in the 28% tax bracket, which amounts to a partial tax on their interest. So if you're in the 33% bracket, it would be a 5% tax on your municipal interest. If you're in the 35% bracket, it would be a 7% tax, and so on. And that would be a big change, a big hit versus the way municipal bond interest is taxed currently. And one of the most disheartening aspects of the proposal is that it would apply not just to new bonds issued or new acquisitions of bonds, it would apply to all bonds already outstanding and already in investors' portfolios. So it would be not just a hit to investors' tax liability, it would affect the market value of outstanding bonds as well.
All right, Michael, this cap, the idea here, has failed twice already. BlackRock's head of the Muni Bond Group there told Reuters yesterday it doesn't have a very high likelihood of coming to fruition. That was his opinion. Do you agree?
Well, you know, Congress is looking seriously at tax reform. Both the Ways and Means Committee in the House and the Finance Committee in the Senate are in the process of drafting tax reform legislation. And a key element, I think, of that discussion is what to do about tax preferences, deductions, exclusions, exemptions that benefit targeted groups of taxpayers or targeted beneficiaries. And I think that tax preferences in general are on the table in the context of tax reform. I wouldn't be surprised if Congress undertook a serious discussion of curtailing the tax exemption on municipal interest in some way. I think that it's probably true that this is not the approach that Congress is likely to undertake, but it wouldn't surprise me if some aspect of curtailing the tax exemption found its way into the tax reform debate.
All right, should that happen, what does that mean then for the bond market? What does it mean for potential borrowing costs for state and local governments as well?
So the 28% cap proposal that the administration included in the budget yesterday, by conventional consensus among market analysts, I think would raise yields in the municipal market by somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 basis points, which, you know, is a direct hit on the borrowing costs of state and local governments. It would affect market values of outstanding bonds somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 7%. So there are significant implications for investors of what the administration proposed yesterday. And higher borrowing costs for local governments means either additional strains on state and local budgets or less investment in capital projects, or both.